Good morning, my youth around the world. I hope you guys ready for the day. The test is coming. I don't know when, but it's coming. Be prepared. All right. So now I'm speaking to you guys this week about believing in yourself. And yesterday I pretty much spoke to you guys about because I didn't believe in myself, the choices I made that followed me to today. So I'm gonna continue that. I'm gonna pick that up because it's very important. So yesterday I spoke about how I went to 9th grade and I had pre-algebra. It was hard. I started playing football, but that didn't go anywhere because I couldn't pass pre-algebra. So that was before I started skipping all my other classes. So instead of raising my hand up asking for help, in fear of I'm gonna be laughed at, I'm gonna be embarrassed, I didn't. So I just skipped that class. And that was after, I think that was like my 7th period or something. So I started skipping that class, and then I just I just started skipping every class after lunch to the point where I just stopped going. Pre-algebra was hard to me, and that's because it was a new level of math. That's typical, right? But I didn't face it head on. I let that defeat me. I ran from it, when all I had to do just ask for help or even try to get a tutor. But again, I thought people would make fun of me and all this other stuff that's irrelevant to me, my grade, and my future. So ultimately, it affected all of that. All right, so I want to tell you, if you're not sure about something, if you don't know something, learn it. If you have to ask questions, if you have to raise your hand, if you have to see the teacher after class or before class starts, so be it. It's your future. It's your education. So who cares what somebody else say, if they even say something? So just keep that in mind. All right. Don't let someone, because of the fear of what someone may say or, do or whatever, affect your learning, because it's going to affect your future. Now, so I ended up going to Job Corps, right? Months after. And, my brother went to Job Corps. I want to go to Job Corps. So I went to Job Corps. I signed up for electrical. Sound like a good paying job when I leave. So I signed up for electrical. First day or two, Monday or Tuesday, in electrical, I'm like, oh no, this ain't for me. Why? Because it was hard. Because it seemed challenging. Now, of course, it's going to seem hard and it's going to be challenging because I have absolutely no knowledge on, on wires and electricity. None. All right. So, of course, it's going to be hard. So I'm like, after that, I'm like, nah, oh no, yeah. I'm not doing this. So I'm like, well, I go to carpentry. And the reason why I chose carpentry, because the dude that was recruited with me, we came tight. Another message in itself. I'm going to speak more about the whole, all that soon. But, man, Cat Gang became tight, and he said, man, they ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and go up in there, on that pond and just pretty much not do nothing. Bet that. That sounds like my playing field. So I went to it wasn't my counselor. I forgot who it was at the time. But, I couldn't get in carpentry because it was full already. Okay, cool. I was like, dang, but cool. So I'm like, you know what? I signed up for computers. That's a really good one too. Everything is it's computerized nowadays. So, you know, I go to computers. Good paying job when I leave. That was full. I'm like, I'm not going to landscaping. My brother, he's in landscaping. And he tell me it's hot. And what they had to wear? No, we're not doing that. So I didn't. So what I do, I go to warehousing. Oh, that seems simple. So I went to warehousing or whatever. I signed up for warehousing and you know, I mean, it was what it was. Man, I had it made. Man, that's a whole nother subject, but I had it made. Don't you know? Like I said, what you do now will affect your future. So I'm trying to think how I'm going to run this real quick. Okay, so I went to warehousing, right? So, and I got my license. I think I was like at 16, 17, and then I, you know, taking classes for my GED. Now, the year coming around, my annual, I wanted to graduate exactly a year after I started. Why? I don't know. I mean, for one, I would tell you because a couple of my partners, that pattern again. A couple of my partners was graduating then, you know, so I wanted to graduate with them, you know, and so when I graduated, I was 7 points short of my GED, and they had graduation every 3 months, so I could have waited. So I chose to graduate 7 points short. I'm like, man, I can just, I just finish it. You know, when I get out of here or whatever, knowing in my mind that chances that was going to happen, slim, and it didn't. So I graduate April 2000. Don't you know I did not get my GED until January 2012? Sad, isn't it? And the only reason why I did it was because I had just got my CDL and I was applying for Dr. Pepper. That's the only reason why. It's sad. 12 years. 11 and a half years. But still, you get my point. And so, guess where I was working at from when I got out of Job Corps to 2012 in the warehouse. I was working in a warehouse. Granted, I didn't work the entire time. I made some bad decisions and was doing some bad things, you know, after I got out. But that's another story. So my point is, I chose warehousing because that was easy. Although I had it made, I didn't know it was going to affect my future. So I started going to Job Corps. So I started working in the warehouse all over for like basically 11, 12 years of my life. So the decisions you make is going to affect your future, good or bad, period. And the only reason why I got my CDL because like after 11 years of being out of Job Corps, I looked at my life like, wow, I've gone absolutely nowhere. I've been working in the warehouse my whole life. It felt like, you know, and I'm like, I have to make a change. You know, so that's why I got my CDL. But the point is, the decision, if you choose to run from challenges and hardships, it's going to follow you. It's going to affect your future, because in life, we have to go through these things in order for us to become who we were supposed to become and do the things that we're supposed to do. So if you're running, guess where your life is, what your life is going to look like. You're going to be 40 years old regretting that you didn't make the right decisions. Start making the right decisions now. Ask for help. Go at those challenges, obstacles, or whatever, you know, with all your might. If you get knocked down, cool, get back up. That's not failing. You know what I'm saying? That's learning. All right. So yeah, go at it. Start today. All right. and make it happen.